Good evening. This is Dwayne Lowry for the DPP Grain Desk on Sunday, December 18th. Over the last few weeks, I've been talking about a major bottoming process in the grain and a defining process to establish significant bottoms. I think it's important to point out that um, any downside moves we've had over the last few weeks has been very minor, new lows being jabbed fractionally, limited follow-through, um, and just to offer perspective, probably the market the traders have been the most bearish, either fundamentally or news associated with, offering the most willingness to trade from the short side over the last, say, 30 days, has been the soy complex and soybeans. Friday's close in soybeans is only 7 cents below the highest close we've seen since the 23rd day of November. It doesn't take much additional strength here, and virtually every soybean sale made in the last month will be not profitable on a closing basis. I think that speaks volume about what has happened here the last 2 or 3 days. The trade sentiment has been bullish throughout 2011 prior to maybe the last 6 or 7 weeks. And any exiting of bullish opinions and transformation into a bearish opinion um, was created by disappointing price action that did not live up to bulls' expectations. So the grain trade has largely been caught out of position quite a bit of the time here in the last couple of months. And at the present time, the trade is caught either short or on the sidelines and not sure if they want to get to the long side or not sure how to get to the long side. With that premise being said, South American weather concerns are beginning to build, and the discussion part of South American weather has started to increase maybe a week, 2 weeks ago, in terms of getting traction in the marketplace on a sustainable type of format that you could clearly see the trade was trading weather and not just talking about weather. That's probably only happened over the last 2 or 3 days. As far as South American weather is concerned right now, I'm not sure that today's forecast or outlook is that much different than it was on Friday, depending on where you want to look at, either in the time frame of the 2 week window that you want to forecast that you want to look at, or geographically where you want to locate. It's possible that some people could say the forecast is a little bit wetter tonight than it was on Friday. But I think in terms of how the market reacts to this, I don't sense anybody is looking to try to trade the grains from the short side right now based on weather. I think that even the people that might want to call the markets lower tonight based on weather outlook actually want to buy a lower opening, a lower weaker early trade based on any bearish weather spin on ideas that overall marketplace has little, if any, weather premiums built into current prices, and there's a belief that maybe there's a need that we can increase weather premium into current prices. South American growing season still has a lot of the important seasons still ahead of us, and there's been a pattern of having rains in the deferred forecasts, and they've fallen short, they've disappointed, and I think that um, the weather spin here tonight is going to be somewhat mixed, and any if to the extent that there will be some people trying to label weather as bearish tonight, it's going to be a minimal reaction to the trade. On the bigger picture, I think people are looking to trade weather factors from a bullish standpoint. Technical conditions are performing nicely. Overall process over the last couple of weeks in terms of defining a major bottom, I think has been progressing nicely. And I think that this whole process of trying to define a bottom is very mature. In fact, I think we've already got the bottom here established. The technical conditions are certainly going to add buying enthusiasm under the market, and it's possible, and maybe the triggering mechanism here will be Friday's highs. I think as soon as we take out Friday's highs, you may see an acceleration of buying interest coming from both short covering and new buying interest. Now, some will argue that because we're at the end of the year, because we're in the holiday mode, we may have a limited infusion of new money or a limited desire for new positions. I think there's a certain amount of truth in that, but at the same time, you also got a limited amount of desires to establish short positions or to protect short positions already on the books. When you net it all out, I think the potential for upside price movement here this week is very good. So on the bigger picture, any weakness we've had in the last 30 days has been minimal in terms of establishing new lows. Any upside movement we've had in the last couple 3 days is quickly turning the table on anyone that tried to be bearish over the last month. And I think that we're poised to have technical buying increase, activity increase, and the overall outlook for a major bottom to be unfolding this time frame, I think, remains on track. Question now is how much upside potential we have. South American weather is certainly going to play a role in that. Global economic outlook and central bank decisions are going to play a role in that. But at the present time, we've got a lot of buying energy that we can absorb. We've got the trade caught out of position. They're caught not long or they're caught short. And I think there's a lot of room here for upside potential. For the DPP Grain Desk, it's been Dwayne Lowry.